Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, the reason we are failing to be free from our own mind, the mind that is creating a conflict and fear, the reason we are failing to figure out the truth, we are failing to wake up, is because we are seeking the answer within the mind. And the mind is always changing. It's not certain. It's not constant. The mind is always upgrading. And the mind itself is a realm of false. The mind itself comes from the place of experience. We all go through, lots of experience in our lives, right? From the baby state to now, and there's many more years to go, and when we are breathing, living, we are experiencing whatever experience we go through in our lives always leaves the residue from that experience as an idea. And mind is simply full of ideas, perception, and when we repeat some of the ideas in life, that itself becomes the ingrained preference, the belief in us. And after a long time of repeating those ideas, becomes real. And when we start to figure out the truth, some of the stuff that is in the mind looks, seems, feels real. And because of that, when we meditate, sit down to meditate in the beginning, we seek for the answer. We create that quiet moment, quiet space for us to, bring out, to reveal, the answer for us. But what we're doing is, we are pulling out the ideas. Yeah, the idea may be upgraded, that idea is somewhat works in the moment, to connect the dots. But what we're doing is sitting down to pull out the ideas which is already there from our experience. We have lived it, we have heard those ideas, it's there. And, again, sitting down in the meditation and, pulling out the ideas, and we think that is wisdom. We think that is intuition, that is, universe dancing with us, we think like that, and that's the process to, get the ultimate answer for me to be free from my mind, mind that is creating a fear in my life. So we think that this way, the ego self plays the role in a way that it creates an illusion, and also it kind of sort of works in a way that it gives you something, and this kind of dance makes the whole drama to prolong, the conflict to prolong, the fun to prolong, because mind is the realm, full of fun, and also struggle, pain, fear. It's all there. So again, again, the reason we are failing to wake up from the falls, the reason we are failing in our freedom, the reason we are failing to see the simple truth is because we are constantly, looking in the mind for the answer when the mind itself is a false in the first place. Again, all mind is simply the experience, it's not truth, and the experience always upgrades the mind, that's the reason. So instead of instead of looking for the answer in the mind, what we can do is we need to, look into the mind and use the mind to subtract the mind, to trace the mind backward, to figure out the root cause of the our suffering, the pain that we go through, the fear that we have. Tracing the mind backward is the way to figure out the root cause of the issue, root cause of the problem, root cause of the fear. And at that root itself is the ingrained belief that we continuously participate from the root. That's why the struggle continuing, and we have to dismantle that root as well. That root itself is an ingrained belief that we have to follow it backward, trace it backward until there is no further mind is left, and that's the way to be free from the mind. So that's the journey, my friend. Okay, when you are meditating to figure out the truth, notice you are pulling the idea from the mind. Again, the idea may be working for your day ahead, but this kind of approach is gonna be never-ending game. Especially when it comes to spiritual freedom, you have to dissolve the mind altogether. And this dissolving the mind can only happen when you see the plain sight truth in you. That's the way to do it. So, reflect in your life what you're doing in your meditation, and you can change the game today. Change your attitude, your action to in your meditation, and that's that, my friend. Hope this video makes sense to you. If you have been following, I'm always inviting you to keep going in your tracing back work, and your sincere tracing back work will not fail you, because the truth is already there in you. What you need to do right now is take out all the layers, peeling out all the layers, like they say, the peeling the onion, until you get to the core. And the core is what? Nothing. You have to go to that nothingness. And when you catch your mind, how the mind is participating, that's the way to do it. So the process always starts with witnessing yourself, trace the mind backward, ask who am I, and this will break the chain in your life, that you become free from your own mind. The true freedom is becoming free within, not outside, by participating outside. When you're free within, you know how to participate outside, not to involve in this not to how to participate in the chaotic world. It gives you that clarity. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Keep going, and yeah, you won't fail yourself by if you are thorough. Anyway, take care for now. See you in the next video.